I get the kilos. 50%. If you are not bilingual, get the fuck up out of town before we run your ass down underground. How I came out, any nigga try to stop me, let it hang out, let it bang, let it rain out. Yo soy el Dios.
What up, what up, what up? So today's video we are going to be doing a 14-degree advanced timing on the Miata. I was doing some research and I came across a forum that it will actually give you a little more torque with the higher RPMs. Something we are definitely looking for, and it's pretty much a cheap and relatively easy thing to do. So I guess I'll do a do-it-yourself tutorial and show you guys how to do it. If you own a Miata from 1990 to 1997, the 1.6s are a little different because of the cam angle sensor is placed on, I believe, the passenger side, and on the 1.8 liter it's placed on the driver's side. Anyways, I'm going to show you what you need and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. Just want to say that the modification I'm about to do to my car, I do not recommend you do this if you do not know what you're doing. I'm not an expert. I am a mechanic. I am certified, but I still, if you screw up your car, it's on you. Again, if you don't know what you're doing, pay someone to do it if you really want it done. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. Okay, so the few things that you are gonna need, and the inductive timing light is one of the main ones you definitely need. Next thing you're gonna need is you could get white out, I got liquid paper. You're gonna need a paper clip. You could use a wire, but I'm gonna use a paper clip because you need to plug this into the diagnostic port. You're also gonna need a either a flathead screwdriver or Phillips head, doesn't really matter, because you have to adjust you have to make sure your RPMs are at a certain range. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna want to start your engine and get it up to operating temperature. If you have the 1.8 liter like I do, then you have a OBD2 port, and you could use one of these guys to get an exact reading of your RPM. Okay, so with your engine running and at operating temperature, if you have a OBD2 scanner, it helps, because if you look at my RPMs right now, it looks like it's at freaking 200, which it's really not. It just gives me a better reading. So right now it's around 850-ish. It's jumping around because that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so next step will be you find this diagnostic port. Okay, this is a diagram of this diagnostic port, and these are the terminals that we need to connect to. You see 10 and ground. I go one and then the other, and you will notice your engine, the RPMs kind of go up a little bit. That means it is working. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on camera, but let's try it. So I'll stick it in the 10, which is this left one up here, not the right, the left, and we push it in there nice and tight. It's good. And now as soon as I plug it in here, we're going to hear the RPMs change a little bit. See? Don't know if I caught that on camera, but that's supposed to happen. Okay, next step. And you notice that the ignition advance, the one at the bottom, is at 10 degrees. So when you put that paper clip in that diagnostic port, it lets you set your RPMs and it lets you set your ignition timing. So you have to do that in order to advance your timing or put it where it needs to be. So anyways, moving on, you will see my engine speed, the RPM. kind of jumping around. I'm around 850, 900, but now we're gonna go over and adjust our RPMs. To lower your RPM, you want to turn it to the right, which would be that way. To higher it, you go the other way. So mine was a little high. I'm gonna just turn it just a little bit. Like that. Now we're gonna go check and see where our RPMs are. I'm between the 850 and 900 range, which is, you're not going to be able to get it exactly, but that is, I'm happy with that, so I'm cool with it. Next step, shut your engine off. Take your paper clip out for a minute. Don't lose it. So we're going to put it in a safe spot. Okay, so you'll see down here, this is your timing degree marks. And on the pulley itself, you're going to find a little notch. You may have to start the car a couple times, turn it on and off, or you could just turn your engine over manually if you know how to do that. Once you find your notch, you're going to mark it with your whiteout liquid paper, whatever you're using, so you can identify it. So I'm going to do that and then I'll show you guys. Also, one quick thing to note, you need to find your this plug, because obviously our batteries are in the trunk, but this is a 12 volt spot, so you plug on your red plug, which is your positive, to here, and then you could ground it to anywhere, here, you know, any nut that is relatively clean and will allow for a good ground. So we'll show you that too in a minute. Got to get you guys down in there. Oh yeah. So those are my two notches. You could see the 10 behind my first mark right there. That's 10 degrees before top dead center. So mark that. And then there's two lines after it. Not sure if you could see it very well, but you mark the second line over. That is 14 degrees before top dead center. And there's one bolt right there. It's long. You loosen that as well, and then you can turn that. You just want to loosen it for the time being until you get your timing light all set up, your diagnostic port all set up, and start your engine. So let's get all that going, and I'll show you what I do. You take your inductive timing light, you hook up to your number 1 cylinder, which is obviously right here. I threw my, actually cleaned this up a little bit, this ground plug, or this ground that I'm going to be grounding to, and then I was able to actually get my clip on there. If for whatever reason you have a bigger clip, you can always just maybe wrap a wire around it just to, and pop the wire up and connect to. You just need to make connection there. So we're going to start the car and see what our timing looks like. Alright guys, so before you go ahead and move on to this next step and set your ignition timing, you know, when you had your car off, it cooled down, so get it back up to operating temperature. It needs to be at operating temperature. Yeah, then get all your stuff plugged up. We're gonna go ahead now and I'm going to loosen the bolt back there. Well, actually, before I even do that, I'm gonna set my my paper clip in here and get that straightened, loosen that, and then I can start checking. So yeah, let's do it. Okay guys, you want to go ahead and plug up your clip. I'm gonna check my timing to make sure I'm at top dead center right now. 10 degrees before top dead center, I should say. just to make sure that that is, you know, doing its job. Okay guys, so I was checking my timing. I got my diagnostic port plugged in. I didn't even loosen my crank angle sensor yet. And let me see if I could get you guys in on this while I do it. Now you see those two white marks down there to the right? And you see where my 10 is. Mine is pretty retarded timed right now, so I'm going to adjust it to the 10, see where that's at, check my RPM, and then I will go to the 14. So yeah, let's do it. Okay guys, sorry about the lawnmower in the background. I figured out that my advanced degrees was at a little over 5 or 50, whatever. So I set it back at 0. And now, yeah, I'm at top dead. See, the first line is lined up with the 10 mark, and the other line is lined up with 0, which is top dead center. So now I'm going to adjust it to the 14 degrees. So, yeah, let's do it. So I'm at 14 degrees before top dead center. I also went over here and, well, not here, but I adjusted my RPMs. It needs to be between 800 and 900 no matter what, and I am, so that's good. Now I am going to tighten down my crank angle sensor, and yeah, should be all set. Alright guys, so after you tighten your crank angle sensor, you'll probably still have your paper clip plugged in. Make sure you unplug it, recheck your RPMs. And you really want to listen for any, what they call pinging or like a knocking sound, because that's basically pre-detonation, and you don't want that. I'm actually going to upgrade fuel from 87, which this normally takes, to, what do they have, 89 or 91. I'm not going to do 93 because my timing is not at like 18 degrees, but I think I'm going to run like a 90, probably 89 mixture, so it'll help with the advanced timing, and it basically just, you know, helps it fire easier in the combustion chamber. Alright guys, we're gonna go for a little spin in the Miata, and I'll let you know what I think, so let's do it. Alright guys, so yeah, I definitely feel it feels like it revs better. So I obviously didn't take it drifting yet. I'll definitely give you a better opinion on it then. Until then, this is where the video ends. Thanks for checking out my video. If you're new, go check out some of my other videos. Yeah, hopefully my next video will be about the 240. I know I said it was going to be in this video, but I just wanted to do this real quick. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the support, guys, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace out.
Gift and my bitch so bad she on my Christmas list. Remember I prayed really